Imagine this. You wake up in a field, no Wi-Fi, no video games, no snacks, just a few confused shepherds staring at you like you're some weird new creature that fell out of the sky. And then you realize, oh no, you somehow time traveled to the Bronze Age. So what do? Scream? Pass out? Try to Google your way out. Nope, we're doing something way better. We're going to get rich. Like, people give you 10 goats just for saying hello, rich. But before we start building your ancient empire, you need to understand what this world is actually like. Back in the Bronze Age, everyone thinks bronze is the coolest thing ever. Bronze is their big invention. It's their iPhone, their PlayStation, their everything. They make tools, weapons, fancy jewelry, and giant axes that look like someone tried to invent a canoe but gave up halfway, all out of bronze. But bronze has one massive problem. It needs tin. And tin is super rare. It's like trying to make chocolate chip cookies when the entire world has only one chocolate chip. So the whole Bronze Age is basically a daily game of, do we have enough tin to not panic today? And that is your chance. Because you know something they don't.
You know about iron. And even better, you know about steel. Sure, ancient people have seen tiny bits of iron from meteorites, but actually making iron? No way! To them, that's straight up wizardry. Now imagine this.
You stroll into their village, waving a steel knife. To them, that's like showing up with a lightsaber. Steel is stronger. Steel is sharper, cooler than bronze. One steel blade could make their toughest warrior freeze and go, okay, what kind of wizard are you? This alone could obliterate their entire economy. You're basically holding cheat codes for the ancient world. But if you actually want to get rich, you need to make steel, not just walk around bragging like a time-traveling show-off. So here's the simple version of making steel in the Bronze Age. First, find iron ore. Look for reddish rocks. Rub them. If they leave red dust on your fingers, boom, iron. Second, build a furnace. Clay, stones, something to blast air in, which means bellows. And you can make those with leather. Lucky you. Goats are everywhere. Don't worry, the goats will be fine. Well, mostly. Third, heat that furnace to around 1,200 degrees Celsius. That is hot. Hotter than any oven you've ever seen. You'll be sweating like you're in gym class, but the gym is on fire. Fourth, pull out the bloom. It's basically a glowing blob of iron that looks like a cursed meatball. Fifth, hammer it over and over and over and over until it becomes harder and absorbs just the right amount of carbon. Boom, proto steel. Not pretty, but to anyone watching, it's basically blacksmith sorcery. Now, what do you need to pull this off? A simple Bronze Age shopping list. Charcoal. Burn wood until it becomes super fuel. Iron ore. Red rocks. Lots of them. Clay. Easy to find. Even easier to get muddy with. Leather for bellows. Thanks to our beloved goats. A hammer. Stone or bronze. Whatever you've got. You're not building a rocket ship. You're just making better metal. But be warned, this whole process is dangerous. The furnace could crack. The smoke can make you dizzy. Hot metal can absolutely burn you. And the villagers, yeah, they might start wondering why you're creating a giant fire tornado outside their homes. If ancient safety inspectors existed, they'd shut down your project in 2 seconds flat. Still, danger leads to profit, and profit leads to awesome ancient wealth. Now picture this moment. You hand the local chief your very first steel sword. He swings it at a bronze sword, and the bronze sword snaps like a breadstick in front of everyone. The whole village freezes. The chief just stares at you like you somehow turned water into wine. To them, you're not a blacksmith. You're basically a mini god with a cool fire show. But listen, you can't just swagger in yelling, "Bow before me, peasants." Because if you do that, yeah, they will absolutely throw spears at you. Instead, you build trust. Start small, fix their tools, sharpen their knives, give them a steel needle. Trust me, a tiny steel needle will melt their brains. Pretend their bronze tools are amazing. even though you know they bend like a soggy cookie. Then pick one powerful person, a chief, a warrior, someone who makes the big decisions, and become best friends. Use a little showmanship too. A roaring furnace at night looks magical, sparks flying everywhere, instant drama. Even if you have no idea what you're doing, just look serious, look mysterious. The villagers will assume you're some kind of genius wizard smith. Not Will Smith. I meant a real blacksmith. Ah, these pathetic editors nowadays. Do all this, and suddenly everyone wants you. And in the Bronze Age, being wanted makes you wealthy. Not dollars wealthy. Those don't exist yet. Their version of wealth is land, animals, grain, fancy clothes, and being treated like a VIP of the ancient world. Your steel tools make farming faster. Your steel weapons make their army stronger. Your steel needles make their clothes nicer. Before you know it, you're living like ancient royalty. You're not just making metal, you're making power.
But you're the rare person who can actually change everything. But hey, changing history comes with consequences, big ones. You just introduced steel thousands of years early. Suddenly your tribe might conquer the tribes next door.
Trade routes might shift. Wars might look completely different. You might accidentally start the Iron Age way too early, and thousands of years in the future, archaeologists will dig up your steel and scream, "Who did this? Why is this here?" Now, will any of this get you killed? Good question. Yes. Well, maybe. Okay, fine. The danger level is basically might die, might become king. 50-50 chance. A chief might want to keep your knowledge all to himself.
A rival tribe might try to kidnap you. A jealous smith might decide he hates your magical new metal. A priest might think your furnace is some kind of evil fire demon. Anything can happen.
But you can survive if you're smart. Rule number 1. Never, ever teach the whole process. Keep one important detail secret, so they always need you. Rule number 2. Give the chief the best stuff. If he feels powerful, he'll protect you like you're his favorite magical toy. Rule 3. Don't make too much steel too fast. People fear anything that's too new. Go slow, stay alive. Rule number 4. Become friends with the priests. If they say you're blessed, everyone agrees. Instant safety upgrade. Rule number 5. Be important, but not scary. If they think you're a threat, you're toast. Ancient, crispy toast. Do all that, and you're not just alive, you're thriving. You started the day lost in a field, confused, hungry, probably smelling like panic. Now, you're rich, respected, protected, and maybe just a tiny bit smoky from all the furnace fumes. You might even be changing world history by accident. And thousands of years later, someone will dig up your steel blade, hold it in their hands, and whisper, "This shouldn't exist." And somewhere in time, you're smiling,